Just make sure we're going to go live here. All right, I think we are live. Hello, hello, my loves. It's Rosalind here, and I have my soul sister, alchemical numerologist, Meaghan Alton, who I personally know from when I lived in Kelowna, and we got to get together and get to know each other more and be hiking buddies. So here we are. Hello, Meaghan.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So I wanted to introduce Meaghan to my beautiful community because you guys need to know her. She's just an absolute beautiful human. As well, she has an upcoming free 3-day training on how to determine your soul's blueprint through numerology. Like, hello, Solicious. Can you tell us a little bit more about this, Meaghan, for those of you, my people who may be interested in joining and what this really is about? And let me tell you, the signups have been happening. Clearly, my community loves numerology.
Absolutely. It's so fun. I'm obsessed with numerology. This has been a massive passion of mine for years, is understanding how to interpret energy through numbers. And that's really what numerology is. It's just using the language of numbers to interpret energy patterns. And so I love when you're talking about your soul blueprint, because one of the things that I teach people how to do is to understand how you run energy through your system. And that determines the best way for you to make decisions, take action, even things like marketing and the way you would promote something in business, or,
Yes.
whether you follow your intuition or whether you need to do a pros and cons list, all these kinds of things, right? So you can determine this based on your numerology code. So next week, well, oh my gosh, I'm like basically in 2 days.
Right, this week. By the way, I am so excited to be personally participating in this. Just like everything you're saying, yes. Because I always love to learn about what is my soul print from different perspectives. And then it often is like a validation confirmation. So it's amazing. And then you also learn new things as well.
Totally. And I'm going to be teaching a formula that you guys can use to understand yourself. And you can use it to understand like clients, colleagues, friends, children. Like I love doing it with my kids, even because it informs the way I support them, the way I parent them, right?
So important as well. I think it will help with whatever our struggles are, whether it's in business or it's as a parent or maybe romantic relationship. We'll
Mhm.
get to really understand what might be that challenge. What is that challenge about? And from a numbers perspective, I think that could give us so much insight to have breakthroughs.
Right? This is it. And this is why I'm calling it alchemy codes, because exactly what you said, like we experience these challenges and we think, oh, there's something wrong with me. I have to figure this out. Or, like why can't I get through the way I sabotage an XYZ area of my life? And it's not actually about that. It's understanding how the energy runs in bands of polarity. And
Yeah.
then you can work alchemy with your code to shift it to a powerful state.
Meaghan, I am so excited. And then you also certify people to become numerologists. And
Yes.
you all will be able to lean into Meaghan's beautiful energy. And this is an opportunity to get to know her to see if she may be the teacher for you if you are looking to lean into a certification around numerology. Though this training isn't just for that. So this training is really for you personally, but also because if you're like me, you like to check out people, right? To be like, hey, is this going to be my next mentor? Whether it's for you personally or professionally to help you expand yourself. So, anything else you want to share about this training for my community, Meaghan?
I think the biggest thing is for me is I use this tool for the purpose of empowering yourself, like to
Mhm.
strengthen your own
Yeah.
intuition, to strengthen your own confidence in the gifts and why you're here. And
Yes.
that's what I love, even around the language of blueprint, like you were given a gift. Like you get to work with that. You get to use that. And sometimes if we're feeling a little muddled or uncertain because of the chaos of daily life, it can
Yeah.
just bring me back to that point of clarity of like, right, I'm here for a reason and my energy matters.
Absolutely. Well, and I think it was very empowering for me to know I've had a mini reading, and so to know about what numbers I am and that I have certain gifts, like it was confirmed for me. Because I mean, I knew this, but how cool to hear it from a numerology perspective that when that I have the ability to see in people's soul purpose. I was like, that's so cool because that's what I do in the Akashic records. And so from a numerology, excuse me, that is a really hard word to say, by the way.
Big word.
Numerological perspective. It was just like this extra confirmation inside, and something about that gives me even more confidence and certainty to be like, oh, that's one of my special gifts. Not everybody has this. I didn't know that.
Right. It does show you you're unique. And I love what you're saying, because oftentimes we have this idea that like once you reach a certain point of like mastery in your work or in your purpose, that you're just like there. And
Yeah.
in my experience, it's not true. There's always strengthening and deepening, and you can feel so clear and grounded in it. And yet there's still always more, right?
So amazing. Can you share some client results as they either got certified from numerology or had sessions with you as a numerologist? What sort of results do people have?
Yeah, it's actually mind-blowing. So I have lots of different clients. I've been doing this for so many years now. The first client that comes to mind is Anne Marie, and she shares her story all the time, which I love. She actually started out certified with Danielle Laporte's, what was it called? Desire Map, right?
Yes.
Danielle Laporte's changed it a little bit now, but she started out with Danielle Laporte's Desire Map, and she supports people professionally in their business. And when she brought numerology in, she said it took a process that used to take like 4 to 6 months with her clients and shortened it to like
Wow.
half the time frame, because the clarity happened very, very quickly. And then because
Incredible.
it was happening so quickly, she actually doubled her prices. So she increased her profit,
Of
increased her outcome,
course.
her client outcomes. And it was just like, okay, let's do this.
Well, it's another superpower that we have and as a tool. And of course, I'm so glad to hear, Anne Marie, congratulations to you and your client that she up leveled herself because it needs to reflect on the value. Absolutely. Can you
Totally.
tell us
And this
maybe
is
more of a personal one?
Yeah. So one of my clients that was just the most fascinating thing, she actually came into my free series about 6 months ago. She's a grandma, and her daughter has 2 sets of twins. And so she was just like, as a grandma, I just want to better understand my grandkids, and I want to know how I can support my daughter. I'm like, you're the best grandma ever.
I was just going to say that. Amazing. Who would have thought that outside of the box? I love this. My loves, are you listening to this? This is so cool.
So she was just like, I just want to better understand my family and how can I be a good grandma. And then she started diving into numerology, and she just found it was so on point with the challenges her daughter is struggling with what her grandkids are going through, that when she goes and spends time with them now, she can honor each of their energies and just be a really loving and present grandma for them.
Oh my, like that changes the game because we, even as parents, right, we don't take things personally as much, or even in our romantic, intimate relationships, or even friendships, right? Just like, oh, okay, because my friend's number is blah, 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 so I can see that's where they're coming from. Man, like, I think this would change the game.
Right. Well, it's really cool because she also has this personal interest in genealogy. And so she was like, how does numerology and genealogy go together? And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, girl, I have got to tell you about soul contracts. So when we study advanced numerology, you can actually look at soul contracts and why people are brought into each other's family line, heritage, friendship, romantic partnership, whatever. You can understand the energy that governs it to really make sense of why do we have these people in our world, and what is our soul trying to understand through these dynamics.
Oh, that is so powerful. That is
Yeah.
so amazing. Okay, so my loves, if you're like, where's link? Where's link? I'm gonna drop it in the comments below and go and grab your seat. This Alchemy Codes free 3-day challenge starts October 2nd, which is it tomorrow, Megan? It's happening
What
tomorrow?
day are we? No, we start Tuesday. We start
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday. Sorry, I didn't mean to freak you out. Okay, Tuesday, and then I know that people will have the question, is there a replay? What can we expect? So is it like an hour each day?
It's up to an hour depending on Q&A.
Yeah,
It's always very interactive. We always get lots of people on the live, but I have people who come all around the world to attend these trainings online. So of course I send the replay out, and depending on how you learn, some people like to listen a couple times. So you get like an online classroom. You also get like the recordings and a workbook, so you can like practice this if you want with some people.
incredible.
And it's super fun.
And I'm a personal student to Meaghan in one of her offerings, and she is super fun. Like, I love the way she teaches. She's a great mentor. She's very practical and tactical, as well as obviously spiritual. So, I highly recommend you dive into this and join us in this powerful free 3-day training. Thanks so much, Meaghan.
Thank you so much, Roz. It's so great spending time with you.
Oh, it's so great to know you, and I just acknowledge you for your beautiful gifts and your hearts. Thank you.